In the battle for the king of pulling exercises, both the chin-up and pull-up will feature highly by most accounts. But the question of which is quote-unquote better is one I get a lot on this channel, and the easy answer of, well, just do both may be a little insensitive to the fact that both the pull-up and chin-up are relatively demanding exercises. Assuming you're not a professional athlete that trains and recovers full time, you've probably only got so much time to work out, and it may not be wise to spend all of it doing multiple variations on what could essentially be considered the same exercise. So I wanted to make this video today to settle this debate. What is the difference between pull-ups and chin-ups? Which is better, and ultimately, which should you do to bring yourself closer to your goals? Let's get into it. How you doing, Cali Crowd? Welcome back to the channel that makes calisthenics simple. The biggest visible difference between the chin-up and the pull-up is in our hand position, where chin-ups supinate the hands in an underhand grip and the pull-up pronates our hands. But there are far more subtle differences that may go under the radar when it comes to these two exercises, and that's what we're going to be going through today, starting with the muscles worked in the chin-up versus the pull-up. In both, we work the lats, rhomboids, traps and rear delts, as well as many other muscles. Where the nuance between the two comes into play is in what's going on at the upper arms. By turning the hands outwards, we engage the bicep far more in the chin-up. In the pull-up, we remove this assistance, and particularly when it comes to getting high over the bar, the significantly smaller teres major has to do a job here. It's for this reason why the barrier to entry is significantly lower for chin-ups, and why so many people struggle with pull-ups despite being able to complete a number of chin-ups. More to this point, because they tend to be easier, people tend to not only do more chin-ups but also perform them with significantly better quality, which is why many take the idea that the chin-up is better than the pull-up for building muscle as gospel, which is a gross oversimplification. It's also worth pointing out that with chin-ups in a straight bar, where the hands are fixed in place, we can experience severe discomfort at the elbows if we do not have adequate wrist mobility. An easy fix for this is switching to a setup that utilizes rings, which allows the hand and wrist to adopt a more natural position throughout the chin-up rep. In terms of how the pull-up and chin-up relate to calisthenic skills, you will find that the pull-up has far more transferability. But even this generalization fails to account for the nuances involved in various forms of pull-up that we could adopt, each with their own advantages and disadvantages. But the more advanced we level up, the more important specificity becomes in the context of progression. But with all this in mind, the question still stands: pull-ups or chin-ups, which is best? Well, as I'm sure you can imagine, your goals will play a big part in deciding on which one of these is best for you. But generally, if you're a beginner, perhaps you're new to the idea of pulling your whole body weight through space, and you're simply looking to integrate vertical pulling into your training, or you're after a quality compound movement that will build muscle, then the chin-up will tick all of those boxes. If your goals entail working towards bodyweight skills like the muscle up, one arm pull-up, front lever, or you just simply prefer the idea of doing pull-ups instead of doing chin-ups, remember, you're allowed to have a preference, then pull-ups will likely prove better for you. Whichever one you choose, just remember to aggressively prioritize quality, and again, it's likely that choosing one or the other will only make a material difference once you get to a very high level of athletic performance. But if you're looking to understand how to incorporate either into a global pulling workout, then check out this video.